Looked like the first baseman for Notre Dame tried to go down and control that ball. JW was flying towards the base, and they collided.
Absolutely. Great. An error in favor of Staples there to help them out with JW now on first. David Gervasio's now up on the plate.
First pitch there from Notwell, strike a little bit outside.
Watches him look. Watches the ball.
So a runner on first here, bottom of the first. Staples on the offensive here. Count 0-1. Notwell the pitch in the dirt there.
It's an off-speed one, blocked by Milusiki behind the plate. Fitzgerald on first, getting the lead, but not getting any looks from Notwell on the mound.
Checks in with first there. JW aware, able to get back. So now the count 1-1. The pitch, right to the pitcher, and out at second base. Close call there.
Pitcher turns around, gets it to the second baseman, but just barely gets the out. Almost looks like he came off the bag a little bit, not sure what happened. Third base coach going to go to Blue in center infield to see if he has anything to say.
Yeah, McFarland not happy about that one. Staples head coach Jack McFarland been here for
who knows how long.
So many years.
I mean, in the last 4 years, we've had 2 state championships for Staples, so definitely not complaining. And this team that we have right here could definitely be one of those teams, as the Notre Dame infield goes in to see, to talk to each other about who knows what. We'll see.
So Gervasio now on first. 1 out here, top of the first. Gervasio's got a little bit of speed too.
Yeah, he does. I mean, for being a lanky guy, I think about 6'3", 6'4", and definitely sub 200 pounds. He is quick. He was a Staples football wide receiver just last year, but didn't continue that. A little upset about that. Would have loved to see him in that department.
Used to call him the Giselle. I played basketball with Dave for a long time, and he was the quickest guy on the field every single time.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a break right here as our home run fence fell down. First game issues.
Yep.
Cool. Got the professional, now a senior.
Playing with a lot of these guys as I did in middle school travel days. Names to note, definitely Alex Oppenheimer. He's a great player, already committed to college, and definitely one to look out for.
So Dave steals, and he smacks that one into center field. It'll be caught in a risky play there for Staples.
Yeah, Oppenheimer swinging at the first pitch, and as David Gervasio is able to get a good steal, and most definitely going to be safe, it is popped up, and he's going to have to run back to first. That's
a little bit of miscommunication there, Jarvis.
I think so. 2 outs for Staples now in the bottom of the first, as Chris Zajac is up on the plate.
Now, Chris Zajac is an interesting guy. Plays pitcher, plays first base. Also 6'8".
Absolutely. I mean, his talent you could definitely see in basketball, as he was Staples' probably best player this year.
Yep.
A couple names in there, but Chris definitely stands alone. He's tall, great with the ball, and on both sports.
Yeah, I mean, great hand-eye coordination. A little bit tough for him. He has a big batter's box, but seems to get the job done.
Absolutely.
The pitch now. Bobbled by the catcher, and Gervasio is safe on the steal at second.
Not sure if the catcher would have been able to get him there, but nevertheless, Gervasio is now standing tall on second.
The count now 2-0. So Staples in a great position here to go on the offensive, as Zajac will have a little bit of liberty here.
And there's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Now that one was low. It was fastball, but it was a little bit low. I don't know about that call.
We'll see. It's hard to tell from up here sometimes. Don't get the best view.
It's very true. So the count now 2-1. 2 outs here. And smack down center field. That one will touch the dirt. Gervasio heading home. And he'll make it.
Standing up, Gervasio goes all the way from second to home in a line drive hit from Chris Zajac. That is the first RBI for Staples all year, and the first RBI for Chris Zajac.
So a great play there. Staples coming out to the early lead, and exactly what Staples needed. He didn't go for the fences, just hit it right over the second base line. As you said, Jarvis, that line drive is all they needed. And the Dave Gervasio, with that incredible speed, gets home.
Brennan Harold now at the plate.
Harold swing and a miss.
The thing about Harold is he gets on base. He gets on base. He led Staples last year in batting average, so he makes great contact with the ball, and hopefully going to be able to promote Zajac to possibly second, third, or maybe all the way around.
So not well the pitch, another swing and a miss on a low ball there for Brendan Harold, bringing the count to 0-2. So bottom of the first here, 2 outs, count 0-2 with Zajac on first. Not well the pitch, a liner to the second baseman, and gets Harold at first.
A soft grounder to Coppola there, and
from the catcher that let Gervasio get to second. Now is the cost
in the first inning. He's had the 0-2 counts, he's had the 1-2 counts, but they're turning into base hits. Let's see how he does it now.
As we tip off top of the second, Spada winds up. A little bit of contact, a foul tip there for Notre Dame. That's Ryan Kotahane at the plate. They're not making it easy on us, Jarvis.
Yeah, I know. We got a couple of other names in there, too.
You guys just have to wait and see how those names go. Another foul tip there. Going right at the parking lot.
I'm telling you, it's not going to be...
They love that spot back there.
It's not going to be long until a car gets hit.
Yeah, I mean, people taking risks. Those parking spots, not for me.
Ratnyanle, 1-1, or 0-2 at the plate, rather.
Spada looks to close this one out. Ooh, hits the pitcher. So it looks like a drop third strike there. Looked like it hit the batter, but I'm not entirely sure, and then a missed throw to first base. So a little bit of a miscommunication there between Max Jossen and first baseman Chris Zajac.
Yeah, not doing the best job to just secure that play. That's an easy out, and it's the thing that's going to cost Staples later in the game. Ratnyanle now sitting pretty at first. And next up for Notre Dame is Carlos Reyes.
So looks for the bunt there. No such luck. It's come out to a quick 0-1 count.
Top of the second, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to WWPT 90.3 FM. My name is Devin Jarvis, joined by Zach Brody.
In collaboration with O'Shea Productions.
Absolutely. Shout out to Chris.
Swing and a miss there. Spada now ahead once again, as he has been all game. The count 0-2.
It's the second 0-2 count so far this inning, but still no outs.
Spada checks in with first.
Gonna slide in there safe. And here we go, Spada with the next pitch. Goes in there, a little bit high. High and outside, going to go for ball 1. Now a 1-2 count.
Spada has time, though. Just needs to play it safe. Man on first barely taking a lead. Nervous. Spada's done his job on that front.
And there's strike 3.
A little bit high, but Blue liked it, and Spada will get his first out. Top of the second inning.
That he will. Still, Spada throwing strikes on strikes on strikes. That's 21 strikes now to 27 total pitches.
Back to first.
Connor Crowley now at the plate for Notre Dame.
Finally an easy name. So Crowley at the plate. Crowley, a lefty. Spada, that one high. So start off for the first time all game, I think, Jarvis. He'll start out 1-0.
I think that's right. Let's see how that impacts how he approaches this at-bat.
Spada winds up that one outside. Now 2-0 is the count. So a man on first here, 1 out, top of the second. Matthew Spada looking to clean up this at-bat. That one down the middle.
Gets it called for strike one. Now a 2-1 count.
And going back to his bread and butter, he's killing that fastball today.
Absolutely.
Really on point, really accurate. Throwing a little bit of off speed, but he just feels comfortable with that fastball as he hits it again. A little bit outside, he'll get the second strike. So now 2-2 is the count.
Somewhat check swing from Crowley there, but he's not going to get a swing off. Wish he could have, though.
Spada takes a glance at first, and that one low.
Staples is keeping Jale close there at first. He's not letting Spada's not really letting him get a lead there. Maybe with a bigger lead, there's a drop pitch there. Could go to second.
Almost gets him at first.
Spada's quick with it. That's why he's got to be careful. He gets the ball to first fast, and he's not going to be able to get too much of a lead. As Jale calls a timeout.
Game back underway. Count 2-2. Spada still looking to close it out. He throws again to first.
Still only 1 out. 33 pitches for Spada now.
Pitch count getting a little bit up there. Nothing crazy. Looks like he should be able to go the first 5. That one down the middle to the second baseman, and they'll get the out at first.
Popkin almost turning 2 there, but decides to just get the safe out at first, not going to risk anything.
And I think that's the right play.
Absolutely. I don't know if we've been able to get him at second there, so just keeping it safe.
But I will point out, Jarvis, this is where Staples was. 2 outs, man on second base. You had Zajac come up with the liner over second base and scored a run. So, Spada got to be careful here. Not a force at second.
Not at all, but he can get the easy out at first if he plays this safe.
That one, gas again down the middle. A little bit outside. The blue will give it to him. That's an 0-1 count.
Got a good amount of fans out here for Staples opening day, and it's good to see. Haven't had baseball in a little bit, especially with this good of a team.
Missing really the super fans, though.
True.
Superfan captain Nick Algieri nowhere to be found as Notre Dame will steal third on a bobbled pitch. A mistake really by Spada there, and Jocelyn not able to control it. So now, runner on third, 2 outs.
A little bit low in the dirt there, and he lets it get past him.
Spada not really paying attention to that man on third. He'll throw his second strike.
Now 1-2 count, but any base hit scores for Notre Dame. So he's going to have to keep this in the infield and make sure they have it under control.
Spada the pitch. Outside there.
I believe it's a 2-2 count now. Yes.
Little bit of nerve, Spada. See how he can control him. The pitch here, right to Spada, controls it, and the easy out at first as Staples closes out the top of the second.
Spada keeping on his toes, just a quick chopper, gonna turn to first and make an easy out. As Staples goes 2 scoreless innings now, as they look to continue their at-bats.
Wheelin' and dealin', as Clyde Frazier would say, is Matthew Spada through these weren't necessarily his.
I mean, yeah, we'll see how he can do. I mean, already in the warm-ups, he's thrown in the dirt, so maybe that's a tell for how this inning's going to go, and I hope so. Yeah. But
not that we're biased here.
Right? No, of course not. I mean, we're WWPT. We're not Staple SWPT or SW.
As Mr. Hyder would like to say, we are not Wrecker Radio.
We are Staples Radio.
No, we're not. We're WWPT.
And there you go.
And a little bit of WWPT news. We had our first merch drop this past week.
Yeah, absolutely. What'd you pick up? We had a crew neck, we had a sweatshirt, we had sweatpants, and we had a T-shirt. What'd you look at?
All designed, by the way, shout out to Rachel. Incredible
Absolutely.
designs. Rachel Greenberg killed it. And
100%.
I think the sweatshirt was fire.
Yeah, I definitely picked that up. I picked up all 4 with
Matthew Spada.
Matthew Spada up to the plate.
Yeah. So he'll have potentially a big day, and he deserves it.
He does.
He's given a lot to this program. He's getting it back. It's the way it should go. First pitch of the inning. That one, a little bit high by Notwell. Count 1-0.
Spada's still up at bat. Let's see what he can do.
High again from Notwell.
Those are close pitches. I mean, those could easily, if they were just a little bit farther down, be a strike. So great eye from Spada here.
Yeah, and you got to get used to just how the Blues calling it. That one lower, a little bit of off speed there is a strike. So the count now 2-1.
Bottom of the second, Spada still hunting.
Notwell. The pitch here in the dirt.
3-1 count now for Spada. He's definitely at the advantage right now. Let's see if he can get to first.
Notwell, the pitch. Oof.
Ooh. Looked a little bit high. It's a called strike.
And
off
you know,
speed.
Jarvis, it looked similar to those pitches that he'd called balls before. You know, it was right about at the chest plate. So a little bit of a questionable call there. Just looking for consistency, you'd hope.
And there is strike 3 as Spada swings and misses.
Rough way for Spada to start out his first at-bat, but he's putting in the work at the plate. Excuse me, at the mound, and I think Staples can let him off the hook for that one.
I think so.
So now the first out for Notre Dame. Pitch there, way outside. His Finn Popkin is at the plate. Count 1-0.
And 1 out.
Bottom of the second, Notwell looking to deal. Again in the dirt.
Gonna go for ball 2.
And a little bit of inconsistency early. You know, but Notwell's gotten the job done overall so far, as that one's hard down the middle.
Gonna be a called strike against Popkin.
So 2-1. Now the count for Popkin. Thinks about that one. It's a no-swing strike.
Once again, a couple no-swing strikes for Spada, and now Popkin. 2-2 count.
Notwell the pitch. That one's high into right field. And
As
caught there by Crowley. So, good contact there. Nothing to complain about for Popkin. That was a nice oppo, but a little bit too high. 2 outs now. That'll bring up sophomore Max Jossen
here we
to
go.
the plate.
Only sophomore we've seen this game in anything. Let's see what he can do.
First one high. Seen that a lot. You've seen a little bit of again inconsistency, but not any particular way. You've seen a lot of them go high, plenty of them in the dirt.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss there for Jossen.
Strike 1. It's going to be 2 outs for Staples. He's going to want to just get on base, play it safe.
Yeah, just get the ball rolling here. That's all you can ask for.
Absolutely. I mean, we had the run score in the first inning when there was 2 outs.
Again in the dirt there. So
Looks
we got
a 2.
all over the place here.
Absolutely. A 2-1 count now.
Notwell looks to deal. Another swing and a miss.
There is strike 2. Jossen with a 2-2 count and 2 outs in the second inning. It all lines up in 2022.
A little bit of creativity there. The pitch here.
Drop third strike, but he's able to make the out. Tag Jossen as Staples moves on to the top of the third.
So a great inning there from Notwell. 1, 2, 3. It's not going to happen.
I mean, we saw it was earlier this year we saw Scherzer and DeGrom go for 6 and 3, and today we're seeing Spada and Hero go for 4 and 3. So I don't see much of a difference there, but there you go.
Yeah, and I mean, depending on how Duke goes, he could have a chance to go even farther.
Absolutely. I can definitely see that happening.
Absolute heat there from Spada. Little bit outside. Blue likes it. 0-1 count. Top of the third. Spada looking to deal a swing and a miss there. That one was way low.
Strike 2 off speed.
And a little bit of an error there from Ponza as Notre Dame is back at the top of their order.
Close call there. Almost a strike. It is now a 1-2 count for Ponza. Continuing his at-bat. Just barely hanging on.
And you know, I like that from Spada. I like a little bit outside, see what the batter will swing at. And there's the third strike from Spada. I mean, high there and gets the job done.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a pitch straight down the middle that Ponza lets go by. So not a great game. Or not a great look by Ponza there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. That speed, it's probably mid-80s there. And you know, it's relatively typical for high school, but that's just tough. It's coming at you so fast. And that's it's a game of baseball right there, but Spada able to get the job done. Pitch now, swing and a miss. So a 1-1 count here. Facing James Mascari.
Spada continuing to throw the heat and wanting to get Staples out of this inning.
Inside there, again goes to the fastball. No one's touched it so far, and that's a 1-2 count. So one more strike, Spada will look to close him out. And that one a wild pitch.
Now a 2-2 count for Staples, but still Spada's looking good. It's an even count. And there we go.
Spada taking his time. That one past the shortstop. That'll be a base hit. So good contact there from Hunkel. And he'll be the first runner on base. The top of the third for Notre Dame.
Still one out for Staples as we get our next batter for Notre Dame up. That being...
looks like it will be the catcher, Malewski. Spada glaring at first, staying cautious. Way in the dirt there. And a stolen base from Hunkel, standing up.
That ball's going to go way past, way left, and an easy base for him to steal. A 1-0 count.
One out here. Top of the third, Spada on the mound looking to deal. Takes a look back at second. That one, high flying.
Coming towards WWPT themselves, but just going to miss out a little bit.
I wanted a ball there.
Yeah, I did. I wouldn't mind it, but we do have a lot of equipment over here. Going to have to sacrifice our life.
Yeah, it's dangerous out here.
Yeah, that's
I'm willing to take that risk.
1-1 count for Staples now with one out. As Malewski's on the plate.
One out here for Spada and the Wreckers.
Where did the umps get that brush? I love that brush, cleaning off the plate. It's the most satisfying thing in baseball, I swear to you. It's so awesome.
And we'll resume play here after Devin's favorite part of the game. So 1-1 count. Spada going up against Malewski, the man on second. Spada the pitch right down the middle.
1-2 count, great pitch. Fastball once again, Spada nailing it in there.
Yeah, and a little bit low, but probably right above his knees and just where you want to put it. That's a tough ball for the batter to hit. It's not easy.
Indeed.
So the count 1-2. Spada will look to close him out. And a foul tip there.
Very late on the pitch. You could tell it's because Spada's throwing fast. I mean, he hit that almost perpendicular to where he is. So.
Yeah, and you've seen a lot of them late. That's why a lot of them have gone. I mean, you've seen a few guys get out early, but we've seen a decent amount down the right side of the field for Notre Dame. And
I mean, generally they're hitting oppo, right? That's how Hunkel got on base at second now, and yeah.
If they're late on Spada, watch out for Hero.
Oh, I mean, he's throwing 90s now, so.
Believe he hit 93 the other day.
Yeah, that's not fun. He is a little wild, though. Let's see him keep it in control. So that's the most important thing. Who cares if you throw fast? If you can't throw a strike, it doesn't matter.
True that. Pitch now inside for Spada. Count 2-2.
Maluski still at the plate, staying alive with one foul tip right now.
Yeah, and he's keeping his calm. 2 strikes, he's staying in there. Trying to force a full count.
Spotted looking back at second, getting a little bit of a lead.
That one right to the second baseman. An error there by Finn Popkin. Bobbles that one, not able to get the runner at first. And now a man on first and third for Notre Dame. Only one out in this inning. They got a real chance here.
Staples is going to need to take it a little bit slower. I mean, we've seen a couple errors from both teams so far this game. Let's see them take it slow, get the easy outs, and continue their scoreless innings.
And this is where the pressure hits. This is where Spada's got to keep his cool.
Signs from Staples, as there's a man on first and third, we can only expect that Milusiki might advance to second here.
Now up to the plate, Coppola for Notre Dame. First pitch there is a strike. A little bit of off speed there.
Yeah, I think he can work with a lot of things right now, but that fastball is really working well. Get some changeups in there, and, you know, it works.
Spot of the pitch. That one down, drops in left field, and a runner will score.
Line drive with Kukier, getting the ball now, finding it back to Spada with a man on first and second. Spada lets up his first run of the game. It's now a 1-1 game, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the third inning, and you're listening to WWPT 90.3 FM. Spada just over 50 pitches now. He has about 55, 56, that is.
And that one high, a little bit out of control. Jocelyn able to keep it under control. But with a man at first and second, the pressure's hitting Spada. We'll see how he handles this one. The count 1-0. A big lead there at first. Spada not caring too much. And a foul tip there. For Jack Weber, the Notre Dame batter. Notre Dame's in a really good spot right now.
I mean, yeah.
Man on first and second, 1 out. They could really do some damage here.
Continuing the momentum they have this inning, it doesn't look good for Staples, but we'll see.
Spada, a slow pitch there, another foul tip. He'll just miss the cars.
Once again, it's dangerous out there, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you might be lucky to be at home today.
Hey,
might just be lucky.
Keep the dogs home, save the walks for later in the day. And bring a sweatshirt. It's a little bit chilly.
Yeah, just a little bit. But the sun is out.
Count 1-2. Few more clouds in the sky. As Spada pitches this one, that's low. 2-2 now the count.
He's gonna see if he can punch out Weber here. Gonna be good, as any forced out would be good and close the inning out. Get this strikeout here, base hit, and they're done.
That one again outside. So we'll get a full count here. And Spada's looking less and less at the man on first.
Yeah, he is.
Man on second. He's not paying as much attention, and he's possibly missing out. You know, it looks like Zajak's nowhere near the plate. Popkin's a little bit closer, but Spada seemed to lose all interest there.
His Weber stays in it with a foul tip there, going straight back.
So a full count here. A ball here for Spada, and we'd be at the bases loaded. First time all game. Spada takes a breath, looks back at second.
Uh-oh, this is it. This is it. Foul
tip.
tip
here.
Oh.
Takes a
barely misses. Bounces all the way up into the parking lot and just over the cars. Not going to have any damage there. Still hanging on, a full count for Staples, 3-2.
But you know, Jarvis, I will tell you, I think the reason so many people have Jeeps is because of the soft top.
Probably, right? It's just going to absorb a ball, not even going to hurt it.
The strike there, and Spada gets out of that one. A sticky situation, able to escape now 2 outs for the Wreckers
Weber
in this
didn't.
top of the 3rd.
Weber watches that one go past. Doesn't think he's going to strike, giving a little bit of a glance at the blue there. But there we go.
That was close.
It was. 2 outs for Staples now.
Man on first and second. Spada looking back. That one down the third base line. The throw to first from Coukier's late. Now going to home. Johnson bumbles it. And now a man at second and third.
Not great by Staples. Coukier looks to first instead of second or third there. Not sure if he's going to get the out on those 2 bases, but not the best for them.
Yeah, and then we had the error at home. A bad throw from Zajac.
Zajak's going to be on his toes there. He needs to understand that once that guy gets the third, ball's at first, he's running home. He has to be able to turn that to home fast and get the out.
Yeah, and he just didn't put Johnson in the right spot. That was a little bit towards the third base line, a little bit farther back. Johnson didn't do a great job either controlling it. Miscommunication there leads to a Notre Dame lead. The score now 2-1. And Spada throws a strike there.
Swing and a miss.
So an early 0-1 count. You know, and Spada's got to get back to getting over these. Starting out strong and starting out ahead.
I mean, we've had a couple of these where he's looking good. He has the 0-2 counts. He has the 1-2 outs with nobody on, and then get into trouble a little bit. I mean, 2 outs now, but let's see him close this out. We got 2 men in scoring position. Any base hit here scores 2.
And the swing and a miss there. A relief for Matthew Spada and the Wreckers as they get out of a dangerous one. A little bit of damage, though. Your score now 2-1. Notre Dame takes the lead.
Spada continuing to throw heat. I mean, he's getting the fastball in there almost every single time. He's got 48 strikes now to 6.
How do you set the tone? You know, and that call is just as much about tone as anything. Are you going to let Spada pitch one more, potentially dig a bigger hole, and leave it all to your offense?
I think it
definitely. Do you have that much trust in your offense?
I think it definitely depends on how this inning right here goes. We could see Staples go scoreless down 1-2-3 like they did the last inning, and maybe Hero comes in, and maybe that's the right choice. But if I see a 1 run on the board, maybe 2, I'm sticking with Spada. I think he gets in there for 1 more inning, and then Hero closes out the last 3.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a call to McFarland, head coach, and he knows these guys. He's been in this program for a long time. He knows what he's doing. And I think his players have trust in him. You know, that's an important element. No one's going to question the call that he makes. So all trust in Coach McFarland, and we'll see what he decides to do. As a swing and a miss there, the bottom of the 3rd for Chris Kennedy.
Not well now on the mound, continuing to pitch.
And an off-speed pitch there, right down the middle. That looked like a hunk of meat.
Oh, my
Chris
God.
Kennedy stays looking.
I mean, that looked like it was traveling at 40 miles per hour, but in the same time, it was a laser.
The dirt there.
Yeah.
There's our inconsistency from Notwell. The count now 1-2.
Kennedy is going to have to get on base here, retrieve the lead that they just lost for Staples.
Notwell, the pitch again in the dirt. So now the count 2-2. Notwell will look to close out Chris Kennedy. Little bit inside there, a generous call from the blue. And Kennedy will stay alive here.
Full count now. Let's see if Kennedy can get on base here. Maybe a walk. Let's see a pitch in the dirt.
It's there, Jarvis.
I
You
mean,
see in the future?
I don't know. Maybe. Listen, I could see a base hit from Oppie right here, or excuse me, not Oppie, but JW. Excuse me. But yeah, we'll see. It could work out for them. I could see a man advancing a third. I'll let you know. It's not to me yet. As
Looks like I'm calling with Tony Romo here.
As JW's up on the plate for Staples.
So bottom of the third, man on first. And a strike there.
Bit high. I don't know if I like that, but once again, it's hard to tell from all the way up here.
And once again, I don't like much of anything against Staples. Not that we're biased.
No, of course not, right?
J.W. Fitzgerald at the plate now. Count 0-1.
As a ball goes in. 1-1 now.
And Kennedy not taking that generous of a lead. Staying cautious. Kennedy will steal there. That'll be a close play as the shortstop jumps over Kennedy, trying to make the play, and Kennedy will be safe at second.
JW goes for the bunt, pulls it back just before, so it is, he doesn't pull it back in time, so it is a 1-2 count, but he gets Kennedy to advance to second. So in the end, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, and 0 outs here. Bottom of the third. Staples needs this offense. JW at the plate. He'll swing, puts it down the third base line. Safe at first, and the runner advances to third. A great play for JW as he looks excited.
I mean, what did I say? I said I could see a man advancing to third. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say I was right, but come on. But you were right in the beginning of the game when you mentioned that JW likes to bunt. And what a beautiful bunt there from JW, splitting the pitcher and the third baseman to get an easy route for Kennedy to slide into third and stay safe. Well, he is able to stay safe at first.
And now you got Gervasio, a junior, a big bat, a ton of speed. The potential's endless here for Staples. Let's see what Gervasio can do here.
Listen, how many players on this field have been in the SE Top 10? All right? Regardless of whether he was on the opposing side of an SE Top 10, he was in one. All right? So that's all we need to worry about. Gervasio, 0-0 count.
JW stealing a crazy pitch there, and he'll make it to second easily. The throw doesn't even get off.
I think the yelling behind when JW started stealing there may have thrown off not well there, but Maluski behind the plate, not able to come down with it.
So runners at second and third here. No outs, Jarvis.
Looking good for Staples. 2 men in scoring position.
A swing and a miss there for Gervasio.
Off-speed pitch. It gets down and away against him. Now a 1-1 count.
So wind's picking up a little bit here.
You know what I see? I see the wind coming from behind us. I see a ball getting launched up by Gervasio over the Staples monster. That's what I see.
Staples monster. Quite a monster. Maybe 8 feet. Pitch there. A nice strike for the pitcher. Not well. Notre Dame there. The count now 1-2. Maybe I under-exaggerated a little bit, probably more than 8 feet.
I think a little bit, right?
A ball smacked there from Gervasio, but right to center field. Will tag up from third base, and will easily make it home, as well as an advancement to third.
And there we go. Kennedy is able to easily, like Zach said, get into home, tie up the score 2-2, and once that happens, JW slides into third. We have a man on third and only 1 out so far. Great play by Gervasio, giving his players the opportunity to score.
So the score now 2-2. Bottom of the third, plenty of time. Anyone's ball game.
Absolutely, and like we said, if they get scores here, Spada can stay in for another inning. It gives him a little bit of that padding.
Yeah, and looks like they'll keep Spada in. Swing and a miss there from the Staples batter. That's Alex Oppenheimer, the senior. Count now 0-1.
Now Oppie isn't in the infield. He's only pinch hitting for Kukier. A little bit interesting to see there. Not something you usually see.
Ball smacked into right field. And that'll be caught by right fielder for Notre Dame, Connor Crowley. Not able to hit it far enough where an RBI was a possibility. And we will have JW stuck at home. Excuse me, stuck at third.
We will. As a big bat Zajac comes up to the plate.
And you just need, give us the same thing, Chris.
Base hit.
Give us right over second base. That line drive, put Staples in the lead. And you don't need much. You just need to get on first here. JW has the speed to make anything happen. There's a swing and a miss there for Chris. A little bit off balance after that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're in the bottom of the third with 2 outs right now, and you're listening to WWPT 90.3 FM.
The pitch there, another swing and a miss for Chris Zajac. The count now 0-2. 2 strikes here, bottom of the third. Our score is 2-2, and you got that runner on third. Don't forget, a big pitch here and a big bat for Chris Zajac as he'll keep it alive.
Almost killing some of our lacrosse players. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the game right now, tune back in once this game's over at 4:30. We have a lacrosse game going on with our very own Andy Cerrito and Aiden Parnes on the call. Gotta love those two.
Hey, it's a hell of a crew, Jarvis.
Absolutely.
Count 0-2. Not well, the pitch in the dirt.
A little bit outside as well. Gonna go for 1-2.
You know, and Notwell has some liberty here. He has some freedom. He can do what he wants. All the pressure lays on Chris. Notwell taking his time. The pitch is away and right down the first base line. So the first baseman will run to the bag. That'll close out the bottom of the third. Our score, 2-2 here at Staples Field.
And there we go. Staples is able to tie it up and make it easy work.
Oh, great. I went to Colony the other night, got a fire pizza.
Oh, yeah. What's your go-to? What's your go-to?
All right. Hear me out here. Meatball, olive, black olive.
Black olive? Okay.
I mean, their salad pizza's also great.
Yeah.
But sometimes the dressing gets a little bit much. Still love it, though. You know, might make my mouth tingle a little bit. I keep it simple with the meatball olive. Oh.
Connor Crowley at the plate as Spada goes for strike one looking.
Yeah, and don't distract me, Jarvis. I could talk about food all day. Might even make a food radio show. Or I might just eat.
There you
it's a
go.
tough choice. Spot of the pitch here. That one's low. So a 2-0 count.
Nice framing by Jocelyn there. That almost looked like a strike. I mean, that is a very underrated part of a pitching and a catcher's dynamic. Getting that framing in to trick the blue into thinking what's a strike and what's not.
Another ball there in the dirt for Spot of 3-0. Hasn't started out this poorly all day. It looks like Spot is carrying a little bit of that negative momentum from the second inning. He's got to, from the third inning, he's got to keep it under control here. Throws gas, and that'll be his first strike at the top of the fourth.
We're at 71 pitches now for Spada. He's getting up there. I mean, how often do we see guys in the MLB go for more than 70, right? Let alone a high schooler.
And that's cracked right over second base. It'll be a base hit for Notre Dame, Connor Crowley.
Gets to first easy as McFarland comes out to the mound. I don't think this is going to be a pitching change. I think this is just talk, right? Spada knows he can do it. He thinks he feels good, but we'll see.
Yeah, and you said it, Jarv. 70 pitches getting up there.
Yeah. 72 now.
They will pull Spada.
Okay. It looks like
Chris Kennedy will come in, close out this inning. Chris Kennedy, another solid pitcher, pitched a decent amount last year as a junior. And it looks like we'll have Chris Kennedy come in and close out this inning, and they'll just keep Hero to those three.
Looks like it. I think that's probably the right move. Get Chris warm for the next couple games, right? That's what you got to do. So,
you know, but that's tough, though. He's been on the field all day. He has not gotten warm at all. So we'll definitely have a bit of an intermission here.
As the first pitch in his warm-ups is definitely going to need a few more.
To say the least.
How do you feel about Staples right now? We got one man on first, new pitcher coming in. Do you think they could seal the deal here?
You know, Chris is a really solid pitcher. Chris, you know, I watched him last year. He was consistent, and he threw, you know, not necessarily his fastball. Unlike Spada, the fastball wasn't everything for him. He had a lot of different things. He had a nice changeup. He had a nice curveball also. You know, and those are the three core pitches at the high school level. You can get, I mean, you get to the pros, you get anything. You get a sinker, you get a knuckleball. You know, high school, you know, you got those three basic pitches, and then, you know, every man may have their own variation of another, but you've really seen those three, and I'd say Chris excels at the changeup and the curveball, especially.
And here we go. As Chris, he's throwing heat right now. I mean, look at this. He's getting faster to the plate than Spada, and he's throwing well. It's going to be exciting. I mean, if he stays on for maybe just more than one inning, it could prove well for Staples.
And I'm going to be selfish here, Jarvis. I hope he doesn't, because I just want to see Hero pitch.
As do I. I'm going to give you a fantasy right here for Staples baseball. Imagine we still had Carter Kelsey. Imagine how stupid that would be if we had the two best pitchers in the state. I mean, Carter Kelsey was the best last year, and Hero, people say, was better than Carter last year. And then we have Spada, who's no slacker either. And Kennedy, I mean, that might be one of the best rotations in Staples baseball history.
Now, a quick story is we'll almost get underway. Had a pitcher's photo op the other day. Took out all the Staples pitchers, took them out to the baseball field. First picture of the year. Hero Wyatt wasn't there. He was in his class. He had no idea. The guys missed a period and a half. Waited, we got our pitcher. We got our picture too. And now Chris Kennedy will resume in the bottom of the fourth. Attempted bunt there, but that'll go foul.
Nice pitch. Kennedy already off to a good start.
And Pichota at the plate for Notre Dame with Crowley at first. No outs here. Kennedy the pitch. Another attempt at a bunt. Again, unsuccessful.
I could see potentially an off speed here from Kennedy.
You know what I want? I want something out of the box. See what he'll swing at. Bit of pressure here. 0-2 count. See what he'll do.
Gonna give a look to first real quick. Make sure keep Crowley in check.
Yeah, and that was another thing about Spada in that, you know, monster third inning for Notre Dame. He didn't look as much to first, to the man on first, to the man on second. You know, you see that when those pitchers get here early. Swing and a miss there for Kennedy.
And there's one out. There's no balls there. I mean, talk about strikes to balls ratio, or strikes to pitches ratio. We got a 1-to-1 going on right now.
Statistics man Jarvis.
Yeah.
So one out here. Top of the fourth. Our score, 2-2. Kennedy the pitch. Foul tip there. Staying ahead. 0-1 count. That is William Ponza. Again, that is their third time through the order for Notre Dame. Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Impressive.
I mean,
swing and a miss there.
He's throwing heat right now. That's 5 pitches, or 6 pitches, 6 strikes for Kennedy here, as we have an 0-2 count, 1 out, and a man on first.
Don't forget about that man on first.
Definitely not. He's keeping him in check, looking back. Yep. Okay, so here it is. When he looks, each time he's looked at the man on first, he's throwing. I don't know if that's a tell to Crowley here on first, but yeah.
The pitch from Kennedy high there, controlled by Jawson.
1-2 count now.
And I think it's really, you got to make sure that Crowley doesn't steal here, because that's when Staples gotten into trouble. Each time Notre Dame's had that man on second with no force, Staples has gotten themselves in a ditch. So really, I like the security that Kennedy's playing with here as he again throws it to Zajac at first. Just play it safe. You got to get through this one inning. And then Hero will come and take away all your problems. Kennedy, that one, a little bit high,
A little bit high and a little bit off speed, too, as we get to a 2-2 count for Staples. Kennedy just got to punch this guy out, get to 2 outs, and get the force on first and second.
Kennedy, the pitch almost hits the batter.
High and inside. Now a full count.
So the full count with 1 out here. Top of the 4th. Tie ball game. Biggest pitch of the day yet for Chris Kennedy. And it looks like they'll have him in a pickle.
This is a routine pickle, ladies and gentlemen. Exchanging batters on players around on first and second. And
so Crowley stays alive for a little bit, but the tag there from Chris Kennedy ultimately. Nice play there. That'll be 2 outs now for Staples with the full count. So a strike here, Staples is out of this inning.
Well done from Kennedy there to check the guy on first, as you were saying, keeping him disciplined, not letting him steal, and when he tries to, getting him out. And that's exactly what he did right there.
And that was nice execution from Staples as well, Jarvis. You know, so many possible errors, especially for a high school level team. You love to see him keep it simple, not more than you have to do, no errors, and get the batter out.
100%, and that's exactly what they did.
The pitch now, a swing and a miss, and Staples gets out of that one. A great job from Chris Kennedy.
Staples going to go 1, 2, 3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to WWPT 90.3 FM. My name is Devin Jarvis, and I'm joined here with Zach Brody.
So now your score. They may have a pinch hitter for him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they can, though. We do have Oppenheimer, as you pointed out earlier, pinch hitting for Kukier, playing shortstop. So a little bit of a complex situation. We'll see what McFarland decides to do. And we don't have any film to go on here. You know, this is the first game of the season. So
listen, if Hero gets in the game, I've only heard rumors, but those rumors says he hits nukes, all right? So I wouldn't mind seeing Hero get a couple at bats. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I wouldn't mind it either.
Right?
I just want to see him take the field. As Notre Dame will stay consistent here. They'll keep Notwell on the mound. And Notwell's done a nice job. Again, he's gotten shaky at times, but he's kept his confidence level. He's looked stable, and Notre Dame wants to go with him for at least one more.
I mean, he's getting to that point, though, where if he keeps throwing those balls in the dirt, runners are going to advance. And that's what we saw last round. We saw people steal. We saw players score. And it could go wild for Staples. It could go wild for Notwell. Excuse me. As here we go. We're now in the bottom of the 4th inning, just past halfway through the game.
Yeah, and Brennan Harold with an out, his first at-bat. He'll look to redeem himself with his second. Notre Dame's made it a little bit farther through their batting order than Staples has. Not by much. First pitch from Notwell is high. 1-0 count now. Bottom of the 4th. Notwell looking to deal.
And here we go. Carr is safe, but
Did that go between?
I think it went under and hit the bumper maybe, but foul ball into the parking lot and just barely misses a couple cars. Everybody's going to be safe right now as the next pitch goes through.
That one in the dirt. Now the count 2-1. So there's no outs here. So much potential for Staples. Brennan Harold at the plate. A little bit of freedom here.
Like I was talking about, he's a batting average guy. I mean, he led the team with batting average when he was a junior.
That one cracked down the first base line. An easy play for the first baseman, William Ponza.
Not a hard hit ball. Going to be easy playing for Ponza as there's 1 out for Staples now. And we get...
Now this is the
Or
This is the interesting one.
yes. Who's this here? We have a new player.
Looks
up at
like that's
bat.
Jaren Klein, I believe.
Yes, that is Jaren Klein. He's a junior.
So Jaren will pinch hit for Hero.
Because he went in for Kennedy at the he'll pinch hit for Spada.
True. And smacked there by, wow, just a bomb to center field, caught by the center fielder, but Klein just wanted to show us how far he could hit the ball.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a great hit by Jaron Klein, except unfortunately falls right into the center field.
Hey, 40 feet more would have been over the fence.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe in right field he gets a look there. But
a nice play nonetheless.
Jaron Klein's one of those players. He ended up starting at third base as a sophomore last year. He's real good, and as we just saw, he's got some power in him.
So a little bit high there for Notwell. Quick 2 outs here. You know, a nice start for Notwell. Staples not getting the bats moving as they would like.
As Popkin is now up to bat in 1-0 count. He steps out for a moment. But, yeah, I think the junior presence is large in this team.
It's felt, for sure.
I mean, definitely it's led by those seniors, but there's still a couple of them in there.
The pitch there, a little bit of a curveball, goes low for Notwell.
2-0 count now.
So, again, a lot of freedom for Popkin. He can do what he likes as the foul tip there.
2-1 now. Still, he has the advantage in the count. Let's see what he can make of it.
Notwell taking his time. No runners on base. Swing and a miss there.
Strike 2.
Not a great swing there for Popkin. That one was low. So 2-2 now. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th. Popkin looks to deal. That one makes it past the shortstop and a base hit for Finn Popkin.
Just barely. I mean, it hits the gloves of Kanyale, but just gets past him, and gonna be like you said, easy base hit for Popkin. We're now at the bottom of the order. Maybe we get back up top, get some heavy hitters in there. This inning could turn around just like that.
Or either way, look, we got 2 more. We're at 8 and 9. Jawson and then Kennedy, depending on if they keep Kennedy in the order. I believe they will. You'd think they would.
I think Kennedy's pitching next inning. I think he had a really good last inning.
As a steal there from Popkin.
Not even close.
Oh, a little bit closer than you thought, Jarvis.
Yeah, I think so.
He was safe, but
he was safe. I think a little bit of a bad slide.
In contact there between Popkin and the second baseman. So a little bit of a dangerous play, but now Staples likes it. That was a little bit of contact between Popkin and Coppola for Notre Dame.
And there's strike 2. 2 strike swings so far.
0-2 count, 2 outs. Man on second. Not sure it'll play, though. We'll see what the sophomore Max Jawson can do on this one. Pitch here, swing and a miss.
As that ends the inning. And now is the question, does Kennedy stay on the mound or do we see Hero Wyatt come out? I mean, we heard the pregame plan, but things could change. Things could definitely change.
We will wait.
It was going, like we said, 1, 2, 3.
And I think, I think the strategy here for Coach McFarland is going to be keep Chris in as long as he's hot. The second he's hot, you got Hero Wyatt as a reliever. And he lets up anything Coach doesn't like, and Coach has got a pretty darn good solution. But you don't want to waste Hero's arm if you don't have to.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, if Hero doesn't pitch once all year, we could say that probably ended in a good season. Or unless Hero gets hurt. But if he doesn't have to go in, it might be good. Never know.
As long as they're winning.
Right.
And that's, you love to have the freedom to do what you want with Hero.
Right.
I mean, in a perfect world, you keep him warm all game, every game, and just have him when you need him.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, he is a weapon. Best rated pitcher in the state.
Kennedy, the first pitch of the 5th. Strike inside. Strike. A little bit of an inside pitch. Still a strike. 0-1 count now. Kennedy dealing quick. That one a little bit low.
Off speed just a tad, I believe.
So 1-1. Now the count. No outs here in the top of the 5th. The pitch here from Kennedy. Foul tip there. Missed the cars. Now our count's 1-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you, at 4:30, there is a Staples lacrosse game that you can tune into just after this one.
Opener for the boys lacrosse team.
Indeed, it should be ending and starting similar to the game we have now.
Ooh, little bit high there for Chris.
Going to be a 2-2 count now, but he still has the advantage. 1 strike and he's gone, 2 balls. He's a walk.
That one hit to third base, bobbled there, but the throw to first made easily.
By Jaren Klein. Fantastic off-speed pitch there by Kennedy as Jaren Klein gets his first at-bat and ball to him of the season. Great way to start it off.
And Jaren's got to get the fist bump to Chris Kennedy.
Absolutely.
They're boys. Both on the field and off the field. Now, big man on the plate for Notre Dame. That'll be, ooh, and a high-flying ball out to center field on the first pitch, caught by J.W. Fitzgerald, the center fielder.
I mean, talk about a big man. He's got some power in him, too.
And that's the catcher, Milewski. You don't realize how big he is. He's huge.
He
I mean,
is.
if you look at him right next to the coach right there, that man's enormous.
Absolutely. I mean, that was the farthest ball we've seen hit this game, and if he gets a little bit higher on that, that's out of the park, no doubt about it. He popped that one up just a tad, and considering how far it went, he's got the power.
So 2 outs now, top of the 5th. Kennedy, the first one is high. Will bring you to a 1-0 count. Kennedy dealing again high. So for the first time in his short life in this game, he's coming out with a little bit of an advantage to the batter. Batter number 9, Justin Coppola for Notre Dame. Swing and a miss there. That, Jarvis, was some heat.
Indeed. As we get a 2-1 count now, Kennedy going to bring it back into his favor. And once again with 2 outs, he's looking good.
And he's mixed it up a good bit. He's got that speed. He's got the curveball. He's got the off-speed. Contact there, but foul. Almost hits the flagpole.
As Coppola's a little bit late on it, going to go oppo. And Kennedy's going to keep throwing it. Keep throwing strikes. I mean, 2-2 count now. And we've just seen a great performance from him so far. We see from Spada, we saw a lot of fastballs. Kennedy, we're seeing a lot of variation.
That one right to the second baseman. And that is the 3rd out of the 5th. Staples closes it out. Score 2-2. Bottom of the 5th coming up.
Once again, a 1-2-3 inning for Kennedy. He's looking good. He's looking great. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see from him. I mean, 2 more innings to go, right? If he can keep that up the next inning, I see no doubt about the fact that he'll be in the pit. He'll be on the mound next inning.
You think so?
I think
They will keep him on the mound.
that they will.
You know, and his pitch count has got to be getting up there.
100%. It's a bit of a questionable call. I would say getting not well out right now might be the move, but he's going to keep it going. Unfortunately, we don't have the pitch count on him, but we can only assume it's high. Most definitely above 70, which Spada left at. So, yeah.
And it looks to be a good finish for the home opener. The opener for the Staples Wreckers.
Absolutely. I mean, Staples is looking good. You can't be named the 3rd best team in the state without holding up to your reputation, and that's what they're doing right now. I mean, Notre Dame is not a bad team, but let's see them get some runs this inning.
Not a bad team, Jarvis. They're top 10.
Exactly. They're a great team, excuse me. But this is definitely a team that Staples is going to want to beat.
First pitch here is high. Steps away, does Kennedy.
as we are now at the bottom of the order for Staples, looping back around with JW on deck.
Kennedy playing double lead off that one now way outside.
JW, do you want to remind me last time Kennedy was the first at bat and JW was on deck? You want to remind me what happened?
I mean, that's why they put him double lead off. This is not the last. This is the second first. A third high pitch there for not well. Maybe he's getting tired.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but last time we had Kennedy at bat with JW in the hole to follow, we saw a run score for Staples, that being Kennedy. So let's see it happen once more as the ball goes in for the first strike.
And I'll remind you, the last time the count was 3-0, that was Matt Spada on the mound, and they pulled him. So we might see a pitcher change. We might see Notwell coming off here. But we'll see how he can close this one as the second strike, Kennedy just stays looking.
And it shows you how quick the game can change. I mean, we just had a 3-0 count, and now it's full. One more strike, and Kennedy gets punched out.
And there we go. Fourth ball, Kennedy will get to first.
Safely, that is. And now we have JW. Listen, you can already see the way he looks right now. He is dirty. And that's the type of player he is. He's going to get on base no matter how hard it takes. And as you just predicted, that 3 balls, that 3-0 count, leading to Spada being taken out of the game, might be what we see here. The coach for Notre Dame is going up to Notwell to talk to him, maybe pulling him out of the game. We'll see. But just as you said, number 35, Ivanka Weber, is warming up for Notre Dame. Let's see if he goes in. But, oh, who's that warming up for Staples?
Is that number 42? Is that our friend Hero Wyatt?
I think it just might be.
I mean, he just throws gas. I mean, there's not much else to say.
No doubt about it.
I can't really extend my vocabulary much further. He throws the ball quickly.
That he does.
And no one is going to hit that.
But let's not skimp on the rest of our Staples pitchers here. I mean, Spada played a great game, only letting up 2 runs and throwing 3 scoreless innings, or 2 scoreless innings and then no third.
Assisted by Kennedy.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Kennedy's looking great so far, too. And we still have yet to see Zajac, who's also a phenomenal pitcher for Staples here.
Also got Michael Brody in there.
Your guy.
My guy. As the steal now for Staples, Kennedy will steal second. Drops the ball, does the second baseman, and Kennedy will be safe.
Now, Kennedy's not the fastest guy, but he's able to slide in there to second as number 10, the shortstop, Contyale, does not come up with the play.
It's another one we talked about at the beginning, Jarvis, those little errors.
Absolutely. I mean, you have a man in
Meaning
scoring.
a mistake. There's one out here. There's another out there. The bunt by JW, an incredible bunt, easily safe, and that is a great position for Staples. Man on first and third. Staples is cooking here early in the bottom of the 5th.
Now that's deja vu, ladies and gentlemen. JW hitting the bunt to advance a man, Kennedy, to third, and him going to first.
And let's break down that bunt, Devin. It literally was parallel to the third base line. It was beautiful.
And just enough speed so the pitcher couldn't be the one to go to it. So the third baseman, Mr. Weber, had to go for the ball and not stop Kennedy, the runner on third, from advancing.
So now Gervasio, with the guys on first and third. Remember, Gervasio hit that bomb to center field last time, that RBI, to get Chris Kennedy home. We'll see if he can do it again.
Absolutely.
If you remember, we were in this exact situation before we had JW steal. Might happen again. The pitch here from Notwell. Again, Chris Kennedy stealing. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the same spot we were at the bottom of the 3rd. Chris Kennedy on 3rd. JW on 2nd. Gervasio at the plate.
And probably the most important thing, 0 outs. That leaves a lot of room for Staples to make sacrifice plays. And what else but a high ball into left field.
Caught there, and no one will go.
doesn't get far enough for a play to be made, so Kennedy's going to have to stay on third, as well as JW on second. That does hurt Staples just a little bit now. We have one out. I mean, Oppie's up to the plate, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and just didn't get quite far enough for Dravesio there. That ball to left field, just a little bit too shallow. Great communication by Notre Dame, as Notre Dame is really playing their infield in here.
As the ball goes past, Kennedy going from third, sliding, makes the play.
And he steals home there. Wow. What a play. What a play. Chris Kennedy stealing home, JW stealing third. One out here as Staples regains that lead. That brings it to a 3-2 Staples lead on opening day.
Huge momentum shift for Staples there. 2-3 as Zach just said. Oppie's at the plate, still a man on third. This inning is not over, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to WWPT 90.3 FM.
Oppenheimer now at the plate. He's a veteran. We'll see what he can do here as that first one, excuse me, not the first one. That'll bring us to a 2-2 count. I almost forgot that he started his at-bat before.
I know, right? Yeah, there you go. 2-2 count for Oppie. He's going to see what he can make of this.
Foul tip there. Again going towards the parking lot. And
there
it
is. That's our first of the game. Hits the top of the car, but not enough speed to really cause much damage. Oppie staying alive in a 1-2 count.
Safe light hasn't had to be called yet. Not well here on the mound. A smacked ball there, going for the fence, and just hits it. A bomb there from Oppenheimer. The man goes home. Oppenheimer will go 2.
Oppenheimer with, like he said, a bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Hits the back fence, not quite enough to get over the fence, but 2 bases nonetheless. Scoring JW on third and extending Staples' lead to 4 runs.
And as you can see, you see the dugout picture there. If you're watching on the stream, those guys were excited when he reached home. A 2-run lead. That is huge for Staples. And with Hero coming in, I mean, just getting more and more difficult here for Notre Dame to come back.
And listen, like I said, the inning is not over. Zajac at the plate with 1 out. Oppie with a huge play to extend Staples' lead.
And that was probably 10 feet away from clearing that right field base. I mean, it hit it on 1 hop.
It did. Not even, like, it hit almost the bottom of the fence on 1 hop.
It was like a short hopper. So the count 0-1. 1 out here. Bottom of the 5th inning. And a smack there into center field from Zajac. Oppie will look to tag, and he will easily make it to third.
Runner once again in scoring position, I believe.
So what do we have here, Jarvis? A man on third, 2 outs here for Staples. They got some opportunity. As you said, Brennan Harold up to the plate. Now you can't get that sac fly. You can't get, can't hit it deep here because of those 2 outs. You need Brennan to get on base.
Right now, Brennan's 0 for 2, but none of them are strikeouts. They're all ground balls to first. He's making the contact as he watches the first one go.
That first one a ball. Count 1-0. After Brennan, we got Jaren Klein, then Max Johnson, and then double leadoff Chris Kennedy. Popkin the pitch. A little bit high.
Nice off speed, though. Gonna have Brennan look at that one past. 1-1 count with 2 outs.
Popkin still somehow in this game. Excuse me, not well. Still somehow in the game.
And here we go. As Popkin goes for the next pitch, a 2-1 count for Staples.
And that one coming right towards us.
Oh, here we go. Oh, my God. It literally hit. I mean, if you're on the live stream there, you guys almost flinched. You guys almost flinched. That went straight for us. Zach takes off the headset, about to make a play there, but doesn't come down with it.
Forgot my glove.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days, I would have made that play. So a bad pitch in the dirt there. Let's give you a little bit of an update. Man on third, 2 outs here. Staples with a 4-2 lead, the bottom of the 5th. And now Brennan Harold is here with a full count.
And here we go. Full count, like he said. Harold and Notwell is still on the mound, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we've had 2 runs this inning, and they're not even thinking about changing him.
And that one in the dirt. Staples staying alive.
For ball 4, first and third. I mean, we saw first and third once more this inning, right? We'll see.
And now we come to Jaren Klein, I believe. Jaren has a crazy bat. He's just so much power there, as it looks like Notre Dame will again think about taking out Notwell for the day. Now to note, we have a pinch runner here. They will take Brennan Harold out of the game.
I believe that is Alex Oppenheimer taking Brennan's spot. Or not Brennan, rather, but
yeah, Brennan's spot.
Yes, excuse me, Brennan's spot.
So the pitcher change now for Notre Dame is official. They will bring in number 35, Zachariah Ivanko Weber.
Yeah, there it is, one of those names, right?
And, you know, Jarvis, maybe a little too late.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. I mean, they were thinking of taking him out at the start of the this inning, right after we had first and third, and they didn't end up doing it. Now 2-run score, and it's a tough position for Notre Dame right now. They're down by 2 with a new pitcher coming in, and Staples still has that momentum, although there are 2 outs. Ladies and gentlemen, the inning is not over.
And this is why you watch baseball. I mean, the action right here, opening day.
Yeah, talk about baseball being a boring sport, right? I don't agree. I think baseball is one of the more exciting sports at times, and that's what we're seeing today. Some great games a great game between Notre Dame and Staples.
I mean, look, it's a slow game. That you can't argue. It gets slow, and that's true. But when you get to these moments, it's exciting. It's absolutely exciting. We will have Jaren Klein up to bat against the new against the new pitcher Ivanko Weber. Ivanko Weber seems to throw relatively fastball. He's not touching Kennedy's or Spada's, but
yeah, I mean, he's a big guy, so we'll see how he does.
Probably about 6 feet, north of 200 pounds. It's a chunk of man right there.
Jaren is ready to go. I mean, this is his second at bat, and what did we see before? We saw just nearly, I mean, a crushed ball into center field. A bomb. The farthest hit ball for Staples besides that one Oppie hit right there. And, yeah.
So it looks like we'll get this game underway. Man on first here, bottom of the 5th. Your score 4-2, Staples on the lead over Notre Dame. Got that man on first, man on third, 2 outs. A brand new batter, Jaren Klein, up to the plate. Weber looking to deal. Stolen base there, will easily get there.
Off-speed pitch from Weber, going to be an easy strike. Jaren's going to watch that go by, not going to swing at all there because he knows he wants our favorite guy, Brendan Harold, to advance there. Or, yeah,
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
So now man at second and third. Count 0-1 in the dirt there.
Hillhouse, is on second as a pinch runner for Brendan Harold. James Hillhouse Jr., great athlete. Will be captain for football next year, maybe baseball, and probably the ski team too. Not a bad resume.
Not at all. Weber the pitch. Jaren takes a half swing. Ump calls it a strike.
Ooh, don't like that one. From our view up here, I did not think he went, but sometimes it's hard to say. I don't really understand checking for the other ump there because he has the same exact view as the home plate ump. Home plate ump almost has it better. As McFarland talks to Jaren in front of the Staples dugout, is going to have to give a few words of wisdom to him to how to approach this next at bat. It's a 1-2 count with 2 outs.
Can he make the most of this situation? Not many bats I'd rather have. Give me a home run. It's casual.
Yeah, not bad, right? Off-speed pitch.
Ooh, and it's like a knuckle curve right there.
Yeah,
beautiful. Sunk.
Yeah,
maybe a sinker. I don't even know. That was a wild pitch. Makes it somehow into the zone. Jaren's confuzzled out there, and that'll end the inning. Top of the 6th coming your way. Our score, 4-2 Staples.
Right, we get to see 2 of the other better pitchers on this team, including Matthew Spada and Chris Kennedy, who have put up great performances so far. Kennedy's now going into his 3rd inning. And if we remember here, Spada at the start of his 3rd inning, or at the start of his 4th inning, rather, Spada had 70 pitches about. And right now, Chris Kennedy is looking at 20 pitches. I mean, 2 innings, 20 pitches. That's
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
But we have to remember, Jarvis, where Spada got the majority of those 70 was in that 3rd inning where he allowed 2 runs.
Right.
That was where Notre Dame sparked, and we're in that same situation. Spada threw 2 scoreless innings, top 2 scoreless. That 3rd inning, he scored 2. He let up 2 runs. Right now we have that same thing again. 4 and 5 were scoreless. But a little bit confusing there. Point is, it's right about time for Notre Dame to get hot.
But the difference between what we've seen in Spada and Kennedy so far is Kennedy hasn't let a man on base. He's thrown a no-hitter through two innings so far, and Spada has let some people on base between walks and hits and stuff. But Kennedy is doing a great job. He throws the first pitch there of the inning for strike 1 as Staples continues to batter this team on defense.
Kennedy, the pitch, a swing and a miss there.
For strike 2. 0-2 count now, no outs. Great start for Staples and Chris Kennedy. Weber at the plate.
Kennedy, the pitch. Oh, little bit inside there. Kennedy doesn't like the call.
That is a gutsy play from Weber to watch that go by. Maybe it was less outside than or maybe it was more outside than we thought from up here. But it definitely looked like that could have been a strike.
Gas there from Kennedy right down the middle. First out, top of the 6th.
4 pitches there, 3 of them strikes as Kennedy punches him out.
Knowing maybe, just maybe, Kennedy will get a little tired. We'll see.
Listen. I think you got to appreciate what we're seeing right now. All right?
No, you're right. I mean, you're right. Kennedy's he's really doing his thing out there.
He is.
He's doing his thing, and no reason to change it.
Absolutely
broke, don't fix
not.
it. Kennedy, the pitch, a strike there. Couldn't even tell. Really smooth.
Check swing from Ratiale there. Not sure how to pronounce that name. C-O-T, Catiale.
Kennedy, the pitch, goes right to the shortstop. Kukier to Zajac easily makes the play. 2 outs here for your Staples Wreckers. top of the 6th.
Funky looking swing there from Kanyale. He almost second guessed himself. He went for it, pulled back a little bit, and then continued his swing. But he's able to get the soft pitch there to the shortstop. Kukier is going to make the easy play for 2 outs now. 2 up, 2 down for Staples and Chris Kennedy. Now, Race up to bat.
Yeah, and I mean, it's pretty crazy when you look at this infield, Devin. We got we got junior Jaren Klein, junior Ethan Kukier, and junior Chris Zajac. It's 3 out of 4. That's pretty wild. It's Kennedy here with the pitch, that one high.
1-0 count. Still 2 outs, though, ladies and gentlemen. Want to remind you, you're listening to WWPT 90.3 FM. My name is Devin Jarvis, joined by Zach Brody.
As that one right up to second field, Kukier bobbles that one, not able to make the play.
The ball gets past the shortstop, as he said. He's going to have to go into the outfield a little bit to retrieve that. Man on first now. That's his first batter to advance.
Yep, and that's Mascari from Notre Dame. Pretty funny if you look at the height difference between Mascari and Zajac.
Yeah, right.
Just shows you the absolute size of Zajac. Pretty wild. So now Connor Crowley for Notre Dame. Gas there from Chris Kennedy. Got a little lost, but looks like it'll be the strike nonetheless. Count 0-1. 2 outs here in this top of the 6th. Kennedy. A little bit of off speed there.
Yeah, great pitch, though. Gonna nail it down the middle for an 0-2 count now. One more pitch and this inning's over. We go to the 7th. Or we go to the bottom of the 6th, rather.
Kennedy glances at first. That one high. Johnson loses it. That'll be a bag stolen by Mascari for Notre Dame. Great play by Johnson there.
Crowley's 1-2 right now. Today, not doing too bad, but he's looking to improve as they are down 2. So, base hit here advances 1 to home most likely, and it could really turn this game around for Notre Dame. But Kennedy is looking dangerous.
Kennedy, another high pitch. Now the count 2-2, and he just needs that strike. Just needs to get out of this one.
Want to remind you, Aiden Parnes and Andy Cerrito on the call at 4:30 as Staples takes on, I believe, Rutherfielder, something of that sort. I can confirm you in a moment. But a New York, or Bronxville rather, Bronxville.
A cut there going towards the lacrosse field.
Staples will take on Bronxville, a New York-based team in lacrosse. Andy Cerrito and Aiden Parnes on the call. Going to be a good game. Want to tune into that as it is opening day for Staples in both baseball and lacrosse. It's a great day to be a wrecker.
And back to the diamond. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Kennedy the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, no, he made contact.
Yeah, it just went down in the dirt.
Wow. Lucky break there.
Just barely tipped it.
Lucky break there for Connor Crowley. The 2-2 count. The pitch here from Kennedy, a strike. That closes out the top of the 6th. Your score, 4-2. Chris Kennedy comes away with it, and Staples now only up from here, looking to bring the bats into action.
Kennedy,
Bottom of the 6th, minutes away.
Kennedy is lights out, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll start up our order with Finn Popkin, I believe. No, excuse me. We'll start up the order with, might be Chris Kennedy.
I believe so.
I believe Jocelyn struck out to end the bottom of the 5th. We'll see what Staples can bring here. Not that they need that much of a cushion. They really got to get through one more inning. Got to get through the next one. If they're able to make it through the top of the 7th, if they're able to make it through the top of the 7th, that's the ball game.
So you are right. It was Popkin on deck right now, and Jocelyn in the hole and Chris Kennedy following him.
So Popkin at the plate. Facing the pitcher, Zacharias Ivanko Weber. Ivanko Weber throws that one a ball. A little bit of a weird wind-up for Ivanko Weber, but I'm not one to judge. Weber off speed there again outside.
You're right. He brings his glove a little bit high and back toward the shortstop a little bit. It looks funky, but I mean, he was able to close out last inning. Let's see if he can do the same here.
The third ball there.
It's not looking good though. 3 balls, no strikes. Definitely in favor of Popkin here. He's going to watch this one go by. He can only expect a strike straight down the middle, but no swing. And that's what you get.
Count now 3-1.
We saw this last time when it was a 3-0 count and immediately went to a full one. Let's see if Popkin can stay in this at-bat.
And there you go. The foul tip there brings us to a full count. 3-2 count for Popkin.
Just like that, the momentum can shift. I mean, any pitch here is either foul ball, strikeout, or walk. No in between. Unless, obviously, it is hit.
There's your statistical possibilities from Devin Jarvis, brought to you by Staples High School Mathematics. Ivanko Weber, the pitch, a foul tip there. Oh, almost shatters the windshield.
Dangerously close to that BMW over there.
Someone's day would have been turned upside down.
Most definitely.
So still a full count here. Ivanko Weber facing off against Popkin. Ivanko Weber, the pitch, and Popkin will take a base. There's the 4th ball.
Nice watch by Popkin there. Gonna see that one inside and a little bit high for him to take first. Now on base, we have, Jocelyn at bat. He's not had the best at bats so far this game, but let's see if he can change that.
No, he's struggled. He's had a lot of, it looks like he's a sophomore. He's young. It looks like he's been swinging for the fences, and I think he's just got to take a breath, and he's got it.
That he does.
Really talented kid. He's been killing it at catcher, and we'll see what he can do for Staples. 1 man on base, no outs here. Score 4-2. Staples Wreckers on top. Ivanko Weber taking his time. Pitch here high.
As we have a pinch hitter. It is Frost at bat. Not sure I know who that is.
Cutter Frost.
Cutter Frost. Oh, excuse me. Yes, of course.
Second one high. 2 balls. No strikes.
Knew him by Cutter. Not C Frost, but that makes sense, yeah. Gonna look back to first, but not even gonna make a throw there.
A little bit of an interesting return for Popkin. Another one. Looked like a strike from here. Lucy's a little outside.
Yeah. I think the catcher came to the right a little bit. Going to be outside as it is a 3-0 count.
In the same position he was last time. Ended up throwing a ball eventually. See what happens here. Ivanko Weber right down the middle. Your count now 3-1. Weber facing off against Cutter Frost. It's Cutter's first at-bat of the day. Pinch hitting for Jocelyn.
That is barely enough high for Cutter to advance to first base. We now have a man on first and second.
And Staples is really getting it going here early. Just standing there, letting the pitcher make the mistakes. It looks like Vanco Weber's day may very well come to an end.
That is correct. As the coach goes up to talk to him, maybe possibly a few words of wisdom, but possibly a pitcher change. I mean, this game shifted just like that, as it seemed Notre Dame was on top. I mean, we had not well pitching on the mound, and he was looking good, but things started to fall apart. And eventually, Staples took control. With that 2-run inning in the bottom of the 5th, Staples looked real good. Bottom of the 6th right now, and we have a man on first and second with no outs. So it could prove that Staples adds on to this lead and eventually closes out this game. I mean, we might not see a bottom of the 7th, but you never know. We do want to get this game shut down fast, though, as we have a lacrosse game at 4:30. Once again, Aiden Parnes and Andy Cerrito on the call. Staples is going against Bronxville for their home opener.
So it looks like Vanco Weber will stay on the mound after those words of encouragement. Again, runners on first and second for Staples. 0 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Vanco Weber.
I could see a throw to second here, as Weber looks back to his Weber looks back to his right, about to throw to second, and almost catches Popkin.
Oh, and an attempted bunt there for Kennedy. Misses that one. Or I guess they say that wasn't a full swing. Count 1-0.
There you go. I'll take it.
Not sure what Weber's doing up there. Looks a little unsure of himself. Those 2 men on base really seem to be throwing Weber off. As Weber throws that one in the dirt. Count now 2-0.
I mean, we've seen the last 3 at-bats, maybe this one, last 2 at-bats, and possibly this one, for a start of a 3-0 count. That's not good for Weber. I mean, if that happens this one, he's definitely getting pulled out. We'll see who Notre Dame has in store to replace him.
And there's a strike, a little bit inside, thought Kennedy, but no agreement there from the ump. Your count now 2-1. Man on first and second, no outs here at the bottom of the 6th. Weber definitely taking his time, as well as all of ours. Ball there.
3-1 count now.
Nice play by the catcher, able to control it. Was Maluski, the big man. Wow, he's big. Gotta be so uncomfortable.
We apologize to those on the video broadcast. We seem to be having a frozen screen right now. Hopefully it'll be fixed soon.
Maluski. Excuse me, the bunt there, a nice play, and oh, just gets Kennedy out.
It's a close call right there.
Kennedy had the bunt on that one, but the nice play made, the throw to first, and Kennedy gets that one out, but advances the runners to second and third.
Exactly, that's all you're looking for in a bunt. You're not really looking for an advance to first base, but rather an advance of the other players on the field, including Popkin and Frost, who both did that exactly. As the coach for Notre Dame heads up, is going to give a talk to Vanco Weber. I doubt he stays in this game.
I mean, at this point, Jarvis, I hate to say it, but are you really going to waste another pitcher and waste that? I guess so. You got 1 inning. You got 1 inning of bats. I guess you could get 2 runs, but you're going through 3 pitchers here, and I think it was smart of Staples not to bring in Kiro Wyatt.
As Tigo Grillo comes in to pitch for Notre Dame. We haven't seen any of him so far in this game, so he's going to be fresh off the bench, and we'll see how he does. A large turnout from some Notre Dame's fan here, I've noticed. More than I would have expected, but
Notre Dame a little drive away.
yeah, right?
Half hour at least. So he'll warm up here for a little while.
Grill
We
not
can-
looking too bad on the mound here, throwing some hard pitches and well in the strike zone.
Busy Saturday for Staples High School. We got a lot going on here. We got plenty of fans at this game. We got the lacrosse game, UPT, in the middle of it all.
Absolutely.
What else would you expect?
In some current events, yesterday the draw for the World Cup was picked, and Staples will be in the the United States will be in the same group as England, and the chatter online is hilarious. Let me tell you that. I'm sure you're familiar with our favorite good old punter Pat McAfee of the now a podcast host. He thinks he said, quote, "If you thought dumping tea in the harbor was bad, wait till you see what happens early in November." So we'll see. United States is coming for that soccer Lombardi, all right?
That's soccer Lombardi. Great terminology from our soccer analyst, Devin Jarvis. In other New York news, the New York Knicks lost in so many ways. It's so sad. The New York Knicks were officially eliminated from the playoffs about a day and a half ago when the Atlanta Hawks won their game. Both eliminated both the Knicks and the Wizards. Knicks had a matinee today at MSG. They lost there too.
I mean,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
In other basketball news, the New York Nets have also been stirring it up lately with their big 2 and kind of a half. They got Kevin Durant, superstar, Kyrie Irving, and they're barely looking to make their way into the playoffs. But back to baseball.
JW is at the plate. He's going to swing at the first one, make contact, but pull it a little bit, and it's going to be right of the first base to foul line.
So your count now 0-1. 1 out here, bottom of the 6th. The score 4-2. Runners on second and third for the Wreckers. Grillo studying his mark.
Off-speed pitch from him.
Looked good from here.
Just
Blue disagrees. Count now 1-1.
Just a little bit too high.
Grillo here, another off speed.
Wow.
Another ball.
Another ball, yeah. I mean, that must have been outside, but it looked real good to me. Not sure.
A high pitch there, bringing our count to 3-1.
That one's clearly a ball, and Staples is looking good. A walk here would make the bases fully loaded for the first time this game, I believe.
And that would bring Dave Dravasio up.
Oh.
Wow.
Talk about a tag-up machine right
there. You
there.
go.
A sacrifice fly machine as we get to see this.
So now, our dream becomes reality. Dave Dravasio, the junior, up to the plate. 3 men on 3 bases. Bases loaded for Staples. Staples already up a comfortable 2-point lead with Hero in the bullpen. Chris Kennedy looking good. We'll see what happens here. You do not want to turn off your radio or your computer if you're streaming the game.
This could be exciting right here, ladies and gentlemen. Dravasio up to bat.
Grillo. The pitch. Ball 1.
Bit low and outside. Dravasio doesn't like it, gonna let it go past. In just 18 minutes, we're ticking down, ladies and gentlemen, until the lacrosse game starts. We're gonna be on the air until then. Excuse me.
Oh!
Ouch.
Dravasio gets hit there, and that one's gotta hurt.
Yeah, just in the back of the head. He looks to be excited though, as Popkin's going to be able to advance home for the first run of this inning. As Staples extends their lead to 3 runs now. Excuse me.
So Dravasio looks to be okay.
Yeah, he's all good. He can take a hit.
Your score now 5-2.
As Alex
Staples on
Oppenheimer,
top.
as Alex Oppenheimer is now at bat. Last time we saw him up, we saw him go deep into right field for a 2 RBI double. Let's see if he can do it again.
Looks like we have a little bit of a timeout here on the field. Referee's got to look at his scorecard. So a little game update during our delay. Bottom of the 6th. Got 1 out here. Runners on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Bases.
Your score, 5, Rutgers, 2, Notre Dame.
Grillo is still on the mound. We'll see if he can shut this inning out for Notre Dame and possibly have them make a run for it in the top of the 7th.
Grillo, that one high. Count now 1-0. Grillo will look to get back under control. Bases loaded. Grillo, the pitch again high.
2-0 count.
So he'll look to come from all the way under. He has not done a good job of getting ahead of these batters, and he struggled to recover. Grillo, the pitch right down the middle.
Well done. It's going to be a 2-1 count now.
Rutgers up 3, bases loaded. 2-1 the count. That one inside, bringing our count to 3-1. Grillo still seems composed, despite the mayhem around him. The pitch, ball 4.
Once again, players going to advance. And another run scores. It is 6-2 now. Staples looking real good. Gervasio to 2nd, JW to 3rd, and Cutter Frost gonna score. Now we got none other but Chris Zajac at the plate.
And it looks like we may get another pitching change. We have a substitution here. Malcolm Benton will come into right field.
As I believe that's
Nicholas Hunkley will come out. Maybe a pitching change for him. And Grillo will be relieved of his pitching duties as, Connor Crowley will come onto the mound.
Staples looking in a real comfortable position right now, scoring in 4 out of their total 6 innings played so far. And if they don't have to play the 7th, I'd say if their offense doesn't have to play the 7th, I'd say that's a success.
Usually.
Right, yeah.
Because it means they're winning.
Right.
Advanced analysis here.
Yes,
Only
of
on
course.
WWPT.
Wouldn't be able to get it anywhere else.
Want to go back during our pitcher break. I want to thank our sponsors again.
Staples sponsors, rather, not particularly WWPT.
Go for it, Jarvis.
You got, once again, Colony Grill, ASF, IMG Academy, Khaleesi's, and Romanacci, to name a few. Can't really read the rest. Or the batting cages out there, too. Kona Air Consulting. And Freudman and Billings, which is a college counseling course or a college counseling company.
That's a server thing. It's not really. It's not on our end.
Again, we apologize for any of the mishaps with the streaming service. Working diligently right now to resolve those. As Connor Crowley will take his time warming up on the mound, and Staples will look to just stay relaxed with a comfortable 4-run lead.
Absolutely. Who's your standout player so far this game?
Tough one. Gotta be Chris Kennedy.
I think so, 100%.
Gotta be Chris Kennedy. Comes in, bottom of the 4th, expecting Spada to pitch for. Spada gets tired. Chris Kennedy comes in and steals the show. Takes away the opportunity of Hero Wyatt and just kills it.
Absolutely.
Really, almost a flawless performance. He's done it on the base path. He's done it with his bat. He's been everywhere tonight.
As there's Connor Crowley for his first pitch.
That one, 0-1 count. The strike there against Chris Zajac. 1 out here. This bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded. Crowley the pitch way inside. Now a 1-1 count. Again, bases loaded here. The bottom of the 6th. Wrecker's up 4. Crowley the pitch high. Wildly out of control on that one.
These Notre Dame pitchers just can't seem to find the strike zone, unfortunately, which is definitely going to make it tough. I mean, sometimes you have guys who are wild and this and that, but they're not throwing too hard, but they just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Sometimes it's just that type of day. There. Another ball.
You know what?
And you have that big strike zone with Zajac. Still, no luck. And I mean, maybe it's.
I think I know what it is.
Pitcher. Maybe it's just that they're playing a incredible, flawless, super duper Staples record team. Who knows? Swing and a miss there from Zajac. Brings us to a full count.
I think I know what it is.
Tell me, Jarvis.
I think it's Dylan Curran in the Staples dugout rooting Staples on here. I mean, he might be the greatest fan Staples has ever seen. I mean, what an enthusiastic guy. Dylan Curran, otherwise known as Dijon, supporting Staples.
And even with Dijon's help, Zajac strikes out there. Second out of the inning for Staples. Bases still loaded with Jaren Klein up to bat. You know what I'd like to see? Jaren Klein,
Bomb.
home run,
Bomb.
hits the house right over the home run fence, and everyone would be happy as that one's high. No surprise there.
Might be higher than his head. We're getting close to that 4:30 time, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize if this game goes into lacrosse. We know it might overlap just a bit.
We know Devin loves lacrosse. The count 1-0 here.
Another high pitch.
High and inside on that one. Now 2-0 is the count. 2 outs, bases loaded.
Crowley looking to just get Notre Dame out of this inning.
Crowley the pitch. Right down the middle. First strike in a while. Wow.
2-1 now.
If I'm Staples, I might not even bat. Just let him keep bringing in the walks, bringing in the runs. A smack there from Jaren Klein goes foul.
Straight back. Here we go in a 2-2 count for Staples. Let's see what Crowley can do to shut this inning down.
Another high pitch from Crowley.
You'd think in an inning this long, it might be more than just 2 runs scored, but that's not the case. Only 2 runs have scored, and both of them have been off of walks. I think that's why it feels so long. And still the bases are loaded. Anything here to get Jaren on base will score a run for Staples.
And guess what? Ball 4, you guessed it. Now, the lead is 7-2. 5-run lead for Staples, 3 runs off of walks. Notre Dame just cannot figure it out right now. Really in a slump. Crowley the pitch. Almost hits Hillhouse.
Is this
Crowley the pitch. A little bit high there. Count 2-0. 2 outs in this bottom of the 6th. 7-2's your score in the never-ending, what feels like 6th inning. Game time reaching just about 2.5 hours. There's another one close to hitting the batter. That'll bring our count to 3-0. Crowley, another Notre Dame pitcher that just cannot get out of this inning. There's the strike. Finally.
with bases loaded, 3-0 count as Hillhouse watched a meatball go down center plate.
Probably cringed at that one. And
There
guess
we go.
what? Another ball.
Those who betted the over on this game are real happy right now. Getting close there.
So now the catcher and Crowley having a conversation, trying to figure out what to do. So now, looks like Grant Ziegler up to the plate. Excuse me, I believe that's Finn Popkin. That pitch goes high. 1-0 count here. 8-2 your new score. The pitch. Strike 1.
A little bit high, but I'm sure the Blues going to want to make the strike zone a little bit bigger for the next couple at bats.
I want to make the strike zone a little bit bigger. I don't think we need that many more runs. That one popped up to left field and caught. Nice play there by the left fielder.
Reyes, he's going to come down with the catch, close out the inning.
And Notre Dame finally out of that nightmare of an inning. 4 runs scored, probably about 25 minutes elapsed.
He had on base already, so he only had to get 2 outs in one inning and then 3 outs in the next 2.
I mean, he did his job, and they'll use
I mean,
literally
you
10
should see Zach.
pitches on this kid.
Zach is ecstatic right now. I mean, he cannot wait.
So your score 8-2. Staples on top, going into the top of the 7th. Is our game time now at 2 hours, 27 minutes. Reaching the full length of an MLB game without the extra 2 innings.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Looks like the field will remain similar. No major changes for Staples. I don't even know why he's warming up.
Yeah, I know,
He's
right?
ready.
You're too excited. You just want to see him start pitching. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize once again. Lacrosse will be cut into, it seems, as the face-off, or the coin toss, rather. I'm not really sure how it works. But not the face-off, definitely not the face-off, but the captains went up to center field. So
They did something.
yeah, they did something. But the game is going to start soon. This game will most definitely cut into that. But we can assure you that right as this game ends, we will cut right back to the studio, and hopefully the studio will cut right to Aiden Parnes and Andy Cerrito, who are waiting to call the lacrosse game. Excited to do so as well. Percola on the plate as the first pitch is a ball just a bit inside. Hero still On the mound, Zach excited. 2 combinations that you want to see.
Hero, the second pitch dropped by Jocelyn, and that's a 2-0 count to start.
Jocelyn can only be scared for his life right now.
Why would you ever want to stand in front of that guy? So a 2-0 count here for Hero.
Hero's going to have some number problems once he makes it to the MLB. Not sure if he's allowed to wear that number 42 right there. But there you go.
But a dangerous, a 3-0 count. That one was untouchable.
Not even close.
So 3-1 now your count. As Hero looked to battle back against the batter
Piccola
for Notre Dame. Another strike there. Probably a fastball.
It's hard to really tell because I feel like his curveball, slider, changeup, and fastball all go 102 miles per hour. But here you go.
The third there.
As Hero.
That's a ball.
Yeah, good framing by Jocelyn, but he's not going to get it to go. Hero walking his first batter.
Still needs to get his sea legs under him.
Absolutely. I mean, with Hero, I mean, he's all that speed, but like we mentioned, if he can't find the zone, what's the point?
Yeah, and also his first pitches ever for Staples High School. As you mentioned earlier, Devin, he's a transfer. New this year to the squad, so, oh. And he hits a man at the plate.
I was scared he almost paralyzed him there.
Honda will now go to first. So runners at first and second now. Quickly accumulating with Hero on the mound.
I think it's important that Hero gets on the mound, though. They're up by 6 right now, so even if he lets one score, it'll be okay.
Yeah, just let him get adjusted. Let him see what's happening, and things will work out.
He just needs to find the zone, take it slow, and he'll find success.
Don't worry, we won't tell Duke about these first 2 at-bats.
They're probably watching. Hey, Duke, how's it going? My name is Devin Jarvis. If you ever need a broadcaster, listen, I'm that guy. All right?
So 2 runners on base, no outs here, top of the 7th. Your score 8-2. Staples just need to get through this inning as that one is a strike.
They have a great pitch from him there. He's going to throw a fastball. Going to find the inside of the zone against Hunkili here. He's going to make it a 0-1 count.
Hero glances at second. The pitch, bam, down the middle.
Strike 2. It's hard to swing at those. I mean, listen, if they get a hit off, I'd be tremendously surprised.
I mean, that's the thing. You can't hit him. He's just got to put it in the strike zone. At that speed, it's just
absolutely
ridiculous. Hero taking his time. Count 0-2. No outs yet. Man on first and second. That one low. Framed nicely by Jocelyn. Still makes the call. The pitch now, that one way back, foul by number 14, Nicholas Hunkley.
And once again, just a reminder, Staples Lacrosse will be playing just after this game. No outs right now, but once that gets to 3, assuming Notre Dame doesn't score 6, you're going to hear Aiden Barnes and Andy Cerrito immediately following our call of the baseball game.
So the count now 1-2. Hero, the pitch. That one in the dirt. And second and third now stolen.
Bit of an off-speed pitch from Hero there, and it's going to get past Jocelyn, not going to be able to keep it in front of him.
So a little bit of a rough start for Hero. No outs, men on second and third, but a safe lead for Staples.
Hero looking to punch out his first strikeout of the Staples season.
That one again in the dirt. Johnson not able to control it. Thought about stealing home, did Notre Dame, but didn't have confidence in that one.
I think he almost could have. I think it was a little bit too safe of a play, especially being down 6 right now. He could easily steal home and be safe there, but he's not going to take that risk on third. Percola.
So now the count 3-2. Full count here for Hero Wyatt and his third batter, hoping not to load the bases. He'll take a breath. The pitch, nowhere close. And just like that, the base is loaded. Hero Wyatt struggling in his first inning as a Staples wrecker.
Getting some encouragement from Jocelyn. He knows, or excuse me, Cutter Frost is now in instead. But he's getting encouragement. He knows that he has the ability to end this inning as Oppenheimer goes to start practicing on the mound in case he needs to come in and get Hero out of this jam. But we all know that Hero is fully capable to end this inning.
Hero, the pitch. That one a strike. A little bit low there.
Yeah.
Blue
Can credit
being
that
generous.
I can credit that to Jocelyn.
Cutter.
Cutter, rather. Excuse me.
0-1 the count. The pitch there is perfect.
Straight down the middle. Hero might be coming into his element now. Gonna put this game in the books.
The count 0-2. Top of the 7th. 8-2 your score. Hero Wyatt here. Swing and a miss.
And the
That
swing.
guy had no idea what to do.
Maluski there with a funky looking swing. He can't do much, I'll tell you that.
It's really those balls that are just going to kill Hero. He gets it in the strike zone. I don't care if he throws the same pitch every time. No one at this level is going to touch it.
You can almost compare him to an Aroldis Chapman in that sense.
So the out there at second, 1 run scores as the ball is cracked up the middle. Kukier, the stop to the second baseman, Finn Popkin.
As Coppola is going to chop one there down the middle and
So-
for an easy out of second.
So now your score 8-3. Notre Dame chopping away, but 2 outs here. Hero just needing 1 out to close what's been a shaky first inning for him as a Staples wrecker. The pitch there, a ball, a little bit
nothing.
outside.
Looks like it could
You'd
have
like
been called a
dimensional
strike.
lacrosse game just got underway. We'll get you there as soon as we can. It's a count. Now 1-0. 2 outs. Looking for that final out to close this ball game. That one high, going towards the cars.
Got to be safe. No cars
Bounces.
going to be hit, it seems.
So the count now 1-1.
Once again, stay tuned. Lacrosse will be underway in just a moment. 2 outs in this game. Once the third one comes, we'll send it right over.
Wyatt, the pitch. A little bit low. Count 2-1.
Once again, you are listening to WWPT 90.3 FM. My name is Devin Jarvis, joined here with Zach Brody.
You're counting this one 2-1. The pitch there again low. Now 3-1 the count. Hero asking for a new ball. So now 3-1, 2 strikes needed to end this one. Hero, the pitch, that one just high. And he'll walk his third batter of the day.
Let's look at the silver lining here, though. Weber comes to first, but now we have a force out at every single plate.
I mean, that's one way to look at it, Devin.
All right, that's
that is
the
the
way.
definition of the bases being loaded.
Right? So,
But hey, he's a glass half full type of guy.
absolutely.
Here are the pitch here, swing and a miss from the batter.
That's going to be a slider. Great pitch. I've heard there's one thing that you really can't hit off Hero, and that's a slider. So, great pitch from him there. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Top of the 7th.
Swing and a miss again.
Yanlei. Still.
I mean, theoretically, if he hits a home run here, it's a one-run game.
That's right.
I mean, that's very theoretical.
Yes, indeed.
2 strikes. Hero, the pitch, swing and a miss. Drop third strike.
Not quite.
Touches home plate, and that does it for us here. With Devin Jarvis, the crew of Chris O'Shea and O'Shea Productions, I'm Zach Brody. Thank you for joining us in this 8-3 Staples win in our home opener of the year. Stay tuned for the Staples lacrosse game home opener. Thanks for joining us.